And welcome back, and it is the 3rd of May, further maths 5 a day, and let's just jump straight in. Right, simplify. Okay, this is a clever question. I almost missed the 4 there. So first of all, let's deal with the to the power of 4 on the outside. So 3 to the power of 4 is 81, in other words 9 squared. X to the power of 4 to the power of 4 is 4 times 4, which is 16, and y to the power of 4 is just y to the power of 4. And then I'm dividing that by 9, x to the 7, y to the 6. Now let's do these individually. So 81 over 9 is 9. X to the 16 over x to the 7 is take away, which gives me x to the 9. And y to the 4, y to the 6 is y to the minus 2, which I'm going to write like that, rather than write it as a fraction, but I'm happy with that. I think that's covered it quite well. Happy with that? Next question. Okay, g of x equals, it's clearly a quadratic for x equals minus 1 to 4, work out the range. So the range is your outputs. Now, I think I know where this question is going, so there's a bit of an experience here, which is if I complete the square, I get x plus a half squared minus a half squared is a quarter, minus 2, which is the same as x plus a half squared. A quarter minus 2 is the same as, well, 2 is 8 over 2, so add another one is 9 over 2, so that's going to give me minus 9 over 2. 9 over 4, sorry, not 9 over 2, 9 over 4. Now, that's important because that tells me the vertex is equal to minus a half and minus 9 over 4, which if I draw a quick graph, means that I must have all values that are greater than minus 9 over 4. So far, so good. But I'm also limiting my domain. So my domain is between minus 1 and 4. So I also want to work out which is the greatest out of those two. So g of minus 1 is equal to minus 1 squared, which is 1, minus 1 minus 2, which is 1 minus 1 is 0, minus 2, which is minus 2. G of 4 is equal to 4 squared, which is 16, plus another 4, which is 20, take away 2, which is 18, which is going to give me 18. So the smallest number I can have is 9 over 4. The largest number I can have is 18, which means my range is going to be, well, it's the minus 9 over 4 from here. So minus 9 over 4 inclusive, because I can't have 9 over 4. Then I'm going to write the output, because it's not the input, it's the output. And then does it include 4? Yes, it does include 4. So therefore, I'm also going to include 18. Good question. And next question. Shown below. Now, again, haven't even looked at these questions, but I just know without reading anything else, it's going to be a differentiation question. And that's kind of the point of this. You get good at just knowing what's coming and therefore being able to answer these questions. Anyway, let's get on with it. So it says the volume of the box is 80 centimeters cubed. And then the first thing it wants me to do is show this. So I know the way I'm going to do this, I'm going to say the volume, which is going to be x times x, which is x squared times y, is equal to 80. And if I divide by x squared, that gives me y equals 80 over x squared. Now I'm going to write volume here because that was so simple. I want to make it clear what I'm doing. Either way, happy with that, got the right answer. Then it says, show that the area of metal to create the box. Now just double check the box is not an open box. It's not, it's just a box. And therefore the area, and I'm going to do it over to the left, just with a bit more space. So the area is going to be, well, it's the sides, so that's x squared, and I've got 2 of those. Then it's going to be the bottom, which is going to be x times y, and I've got 2 of those. This is x squared, this is x squared, this is xy, but xy on the other side, and the bottom is xy as well. So I'm going to get another round of xy's. So that's going to be plus another 2 lots of xy. Let's add all these together. So that's going to give me 2x squared plus 4 lots of xy. Now I'm going to take this y from up here and substitute it in. So that's going to be 2x squared plus 4x. I'm going to write it out clearly, 80 over x squared, which is the same as 2x squared plus 4 times 80 is 320. Now, if I write the next step, I'm looking for that number to pop out, and it has popped out, so I'm feeling quite good. X divided by x squared just leaves an x on the bottom, and that is the question done. That is my area is equal to this. I have solved this to be true. Obviously put that into there because that's why I'm doing the work. Final part, again, really typical setup question. Do some equations, set some equations up, differentiate. So I'm going to differentiate this. Now before I do that, I'm going to say the area can be written as 2x squared plus 320 times x to the minus 1. Which means I can differentiate it more easily as dA dx is equal to 4x. So bring down the 2, take away 1. minus 320x to the minus 2. And I want that to equal 0 because I want the maximum or the minimum. So therefore what I'm now going to do is I'm going to say 4x is equal to 320x to the minus 2. I'm going to multiply both sides by x squared, which is going to give me x cubed here. I'm going to divide both sides by 4, which is going to give me 80 over here. And therefore x cubed is equal to 80, which means that x is equal to the cube root of 80. It doesn't say how to answer the question, but calculator out, and that tells me that's approximately 4.31 centimetres. And that is question done. Neat question, that sort of nice, typical question that you see quite a lot. And that is finished today. As ever, let me know how it went for you. Do like, subscribe, and I'll see you for the next one.